that I just watched today. The Buffalo Bills don't get enough recognition. Just like, the Baltimore Ravens get recognition. The Chiefs have fell flat a little bit, but, they're still up there. Green Bay Packers, Seattle, San Francisco. Those teams get a lot of recognition. The Buffalo Bills don't get much of recognition. Their quarterback is fantastic, playing a lot better than I thought he would be. Become a very good quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Devin Singletary and Frank Gore, a pretty good 1-2 combination, I gotta say. The offensive line is pretty damn stacked. Relies on his offensive line, looks really good. Ed Oliver in that defensive line looks fantastic. Shaq Lawson, fantastic. I mean, the linebackers are moving swiftly. Kevin Johnson and Tre'Davious White, the cornerbacks, are looking pretty damn good. Buffalo Bills team has got something to fight for this year, and it's a pretty good damn football team. Dallas Cowboys scored their first touchdown in the first drive, and I don't think they scored until the fourth quarter. 2 missed field goals. Went on fourth down twice. Couldn't convert on fourth down twice. It looked really horrible. And there was a few times where Dak threw some easy passes that were inaccurate, very inaccurate. And you don't need to tell me because I know the Eagles' offense is bad right now. Okay? Before you start. Because when the Dallas Cowboys lose, the fans, you know what they do? We're better than the Eagles. Well, Dak's better than Wentz. Well, blah, 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 blah. If your team is not playing good, trying to get to the playoffs, do you honestly think you're going to play well in the playoffs? Just because you slither your way in doesn't mean that you're going to win it all. Okay, it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more to it than that. I know this, okay? I know that both teams might not even make it far. If the Eagles get into the playoffs and get Deshaun Jackson back, they could probably go a little further. They might not make it, but they might go a little further. But might not win it all this year. Probably not. Dallas Cowboys are going to go one and done in the playoffs regardless. And that's only because the way they're fucking playing. This isn't because of reputation of in the playoffs. This is just how they're playing. Look at the record. Look at your guys' record right now. It shows. You guys got better personnel. You guys are healthier and are completing passes, and you guys still are losing games. And what's going to matter at the end of the year, not just division wins, but opponents as well, common opponents, because we've beaten the Jets, we've beaten the Packers, we've beaten the Buffalo Bills. The Cowboys have lost against all those teams. Teams above 500, the Cowboys have never beaten a team above 500. They haven't beat a team above 500. As I can remember, unless I'm wrong, unless there's one team they beat, maybe. Below 500, they've won every single game. But it shows. Because when the Dallas Cowboys lose, it's always the Philadelphia Eagles. Always think about Dak is better than Wentz, and we're better than the Eagles anyway. That's as best as you want to be. That's kind of what you want to make a difference, and you know what I mean? You just want to always compare it to the Philadelphia Eagles. Compare all the time. I know my quarterback has played like shit. See, I'm humble. That's just a whole different thing. You Dallas Cowboy fans, you trolls and everybody else, you guys will have an excuse for every damn thing possible. And this is not about Dak Prescott. This is about the whole entire team. The team has not been playing good. What, Van Der Esch is not in? Is that why you're losing? Just like a few years ago when Sean Lee wasn't in games and you guys were blaming it on that? It's pretty sad. Honestly, we can't even complete a pass. You guys are completing passes and actually losing games. I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. I really don't. But you Dallas Cowboy fans need to sit the fuck down and be humble because your record shows it. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I didn't think it was going to be like that. I thought maybe it would have been back and forth a little bit. But, man, the Dallas Cowboys, what are you afraid of the Dallas Cowboys? What are we afraid of, honestly? Dak threw some passes, but, Ezekiel Elliott was getting those chunk yards. That's all they got. All they got is a running back that can get them some chunk yards, and Dak can throw some deep passes here and there, but they weren't great. And Buffalo played really well. And Dak didn't put the ball in the right spot a few times. And, but my quarterback can't throw 5 yards. And your quarterback can't throw 10 yards to Zeke on an easy pass. It could have potentially been another touchdown. So 2 missed field goals, 2 fourth down conversions fail. And I'm not impressed at all. This is going to go down to the wire. And even if one of us does make the playoffs, the Eagles could probably make it a little bit further. Maybe. If Deshaun Jackson comes back the divisional round, we have probably a better chance of moving up a little bit more. Doesn't mean we're going to win the whole thing. But, I give them a fighting chance. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys could probably go one and done, because honestly, it's not because of reputation of going one and done in the playoffs. It's because your team is not good. And I know my offense is not good. So that's the truth, I'll tell you. But I'm hoping to change this whole thing. Hopefully this team changes this whole thing around. The Eagles have the easiest schedule going forward in the NFL. Easiest schedule. The Miami Dolphins, the Giants twice, the Redskins, and the Cowboys. That's it. The Cowboys already lost against the Patriots, already lost against the Bills. Well, we're a game up. We're a game up. Well, officially, pretty much, because you played the next week. So yeah, you're game up. That makes sense. Both teams have a fighting chance, but if the Eagles want to take this, they will take it. They will take this division this year, because both teams are still not playing well. And it shows. The only way the Eagles will lose the division this year and not make it to the playoffs is if the Eagles shoot themselves in the foot. If the Eagles, the only person that could stop the Eagles are themselves, or the Eagles. The Eagles could stop the Eagles. That is the only way they will lose. Shooting themselves in the foot, doing stupid things, not catching the football, not getting open. I mean, Dak Prescott has receivers and has everything all around. He's loaded all around. With Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper. I mean, Jesus Christ. And you still lose. It's just how. I would die to have a fucking receiver like Amari Cooper on the field right now. Trust me, I would die for that right now. A guy with speed, a guy, something. I would die for that. But ain't looking too damn swell. Humble your fucking self. Sit the fuck down. Because the Eagle fans are not afraid of that fucking Cowboys team at all. There is nothing to be feared about that team going forward. The Cowboys still got to play the Rams, still got to play us, still got to play the Bears. They still have some teams. We've gotten through the hard chunk of our schedule, and it was easy by the end. Should have won some games, should have already pretty much won this division. We've lost games by 1 catch, 1 possession, pretty much 7 games. I say 5 to 7 games we've lost by 1 catch, one possession. I mean, and it is what it is. But what coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't matter now. What matters is the division first, and that's it. And sit the fuck down, because that was embarrassing. So before you start pointing the fingers at the Eagles and start comparing yourselves to the Eagles and how we're better and we're this and we're that, take a look at your fucking squad and how they're playing like little fucking bitches out there the way they did today. So that's all I got to say, guys. I will see you guys later. Shakes go up. Fly.